8 years ago? Well, I look at numbers. You're a numbers guy, you're a historian, but we now have the lowest labor participation rate since the 70s. We have now 95 million Americans out of the labor force. We now have 51% year low in the home ownership rate, the worst recovery since the 40s, 13 million more Americans that are on food stamps, 8 million more Americans that are in poverty. We've doubled the national debt. 1 in 5 American families don't have a single family member working. In the black community, 93% voted for Obama. Well, if you look at the increase, 58% increase black Americans on food stamps, 20% increase black Americans out of the labor force. Will this shift? Will this change?
Well, I think that it'll change if you get Donald Trump. It's not going to change. Well, I think that it'll change if you get Donald Trump. It's not going to change if you keep the same policies, the same personalities, the same approaches. The tragedy of many of America's inner cities, Detroit, where 9% of the students can read in the 3rd grade, Baltimore, where 13% of the students can pass their 8th grade science and math test. This cripples people economically, leaves them without a viable future, and creates many of the problems that we see bubbling up because people are in despair. At the same time, I cannot overstate the depth of corruption that we are beginning to learn about from WikiLeaks and from other things, including the FBI investigations and the court-ordered release of various emails. I mean, the courts have played a major role here in exposing just how bad this is, and then the total effect, which is growing by the day, and I can't quite imagine with 650,000 emails on Anthony Weiner's computer, how many new things we're going to learn over the next couple of months.
Well,
so
Huma Abedin signed a